Well, it took them just about 9 months to notice. I started getting comments like, Uranus, you lost a little bit of weight, didn't you? Yeah, I lost like 20 kilograms already and my pants kept falling down all the time. Hi folks, it's Uranus, it's been a while, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about my weight loss and how I managed to lose just about 30 kilograms in less than 1 year, coming from a situation where I was obese and I hadn't exercised in just about a decade. I didn't know anything yet about fitness and nutrition, and this was the start of my journey. By the way, if you like looking at this face from Brussels and you're not subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. Alright, let's just get to it. So this was me at my physical peak in my mid-20s next to my older brother. After a very successful bulking season, I was weighing just about 110 kilograms. Yep, I was the chubby one in the family, at school and at work. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs before being out of breath, and my physical condition was horrible. I used to be the one that everybody had to wait on during physical education classes because I would still be dying on the track out there while everybody had already showered. Opening the door actually saved my life. On the right is just a little over 1 year later, and there I was 75 kilograms. I finally had the courage to remove my t-shirt in front of the mirror. So up until that point, I really had no relationship with my body due to quite severe health issues. I hated my body, and starting to exercise started to fix the mind-muscle connection. So I will give you my 5 pillars, the 5 things I did to finally get rid of that safety buoy around me and to lose it for good. This one is quite obvious, but the number 1 is doing cardio. I finally had the courage to open the door of a gym and I started working out. For me, opening the door of a gym was like getting out of my comfort zone for crazy back in the days. I really used to be shy and I had a lot of panic attacks when I did things I had never done before, as my girlfriend, you know. So anyway, I started working out there, but because I was a rookie idiot, I started working out with weights, and I was a rookie idiot, I probably still am, at least for the idiot part. I started doing what everybody else was doing and following other people, and I quickly got injured, you know. Never do that, by the way, never just follow anybody else in the gym. You go in there, it's just like sex, you go in there with a plan. Having injured my upper body, I focused mostly on doing cardio. My entire first year in the gym was actually focused entirely on doing cardio on the elliptical bike. I had to take it very slowly because I had no condition at all. Remember, I was out of breath going from my work to my car in the parking lot. So at first I was doing 15 minutes on the lowest level, and to be honest, my physical condition back then was actually a disaster. The owner of my small gym suggested I start doing the elliptical because it's less heavy on the joints, and since I was out of shape and I had some problem with my knees, limiting the impact of running or something else, the elliptical was the best form for me. So I really developed a love-hate relationship with this machine. 8 years later, when I go back to that same gym, it's actually still my machine, you know. So at first I was doing 15 minutes on there, 3 times per week, but that quickly became 20 minutes and then half an hour. Which brings me to my second point, tracking my progress. The first time I was on the elliptical, I didn't look at what the machine was saying, you know, how many calories or how many minutes. I just tried to survive what I was doing, and I was hanging on for dear life. But after a couple of months, when I really got into it, I started tracking how many calories I was losing and how many minutes I was doing on the elliptical. The calories you're burning, of course, the numbers on a machine doesn't reflect what you're actually burning, but it still gives you an idea of your performance compared to the previous one. So I always try to do a little bit more than last time, and that got quite addictive and it kept me going. When the owner told me to do 15 minutes on the machine, I was doing 20 minutes. When he told me to do half an hour, I was doing 40 minutes, and so on. I always try to do a little bit more than last time. The third point, of course, was focusing on changing my food habits. Now, of course, back then I didn't know anything about proper nutrition and about fitness, but I knew that if I wanted to lose weight, I had to put less food in my mouth than before. So at first I started cutting out all desserts, all sweets and sodas. Alcohol was one of the main reasons I got obese in the first place, and it was quite difficult and it took me some time, but I managed to almost completely stop drinking any form of alcohol. So no more binge drinking Jack Daniels. I started eating breakfast too. I still don't understand before that how I was living life without eating breakfast, because these days I can't even remember my own name if I have not eaten in the morning. I also started eating more vegetables, more fruit, and I cut out French fries completely. Up to this day, 8 years later, I still haven't touched a French fry. And I'm actually from Brussels, you know, it's the capital of French fries, chocolate, waffles, prostitutes and statues of being children, you know. If I had to compare what I'm doing now to what I'm doing back then I was actually flying blindly, you know. I didn't know anything about macronutrition and my macros probably must have been a disaster, but I was in a caloric deficit and that actually worked for my weight loss. And at least back in the days, I still saw food as food. Now I only see carbs, protein and fat. My fourth pillar is I didn't tell anybody I was going to the gym. Besides my mother, I didn't tell anyone in the family that I was going to the gym. Firstly, because I wanted to do it for myself, and secondly, because I wanted to see how much time it would take for them to see the results on me. In some messed up way, that motivated me to see how long it would take for them to see it. Well, it took them just about 9 months to notice. I started getting comments like, Uranus, you lost a little bit of weight, didn't you? Yeah. I lost like 20 kilograms already and my pants kept falling down all the time, you know. At first they laughed, but now they look up to me, and somewhere being the underdog in the family always motivated me to go for more. Number 5, last but not least, I was consistent and I never gave up. The only week I didn't do my cardio in the gym was because I fell on my fat ass on the parking of the gym and I injured my knee and I couldn't do the elliptical anymore. For the rest, week after week, I kept on going. Sick, tired or injured, I was there. People in the gym knew at 6 p.m. Uranus is on his elliptical, losing his fat with a hoodie on, you know. I always told myself, if it's mental, you're going. I don't even start that conversation with myself or that negotiation. Unless I'm injured, I just grab my gym bag and I go for it. And 8 years later, that discipline that I had back then is still there. If it's mental, I'm going. That first year in the gym was full of failures, bad decisions and moments where I was wondering, what the hell are you doing here, Uranus, you know. But in the end, I lost more than 30 kilograms in that first year, and it was the start of my journey. And thanks to that weight loss, I gained some confidence and I finally managed to go see a freaking doctor and to treat my real problems. And the gym became my ally in life. And I never let go. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the video. Let me know if you were on some weight loss journey and how it changed, how you managed to lose your fat. Subscribe if you like my content and catch you on the next one. Uranus out.